Welcome to lanmoutarot. This is a general reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus, or anywhere you may have Virgo in your chart and you'd like to get some clarity about such aspect. This reading may have a message for you. And Virgo, this is actually the second or third time I'm trying to do your reading. Each time there was so many interruptions. So here we go. Messages for Virgo for the last week of November 2019. Messages for Virgo last week of November 2019. And we are using the Good Tarot for the main reading, and we will use the Gilded Reverie, Lenormand for any clarification, okay? And we have the Empress. Wow, very good, Virgo. Temptation, Major Arcana here for you, and the Five of Water. At the bottom, we have the High Priestess. 3 Major Arcana on the table for you so far. This is quite beautiful and intense here, okay? It seems like, Virgo, you are dealing with something here. I feel like it's something that's emotional, okay? You're dealing with, for a lot of you, it may be in regards to your career, in matters of your abundance, and some of you may have to do with your children. But there's something here that has left you in quite a bit of a disappointment, emotionally disappointed, okay? And I feel like, Virgo, especially for those of you that are feminine, you may be the empress of the people in your life. You may be the empress, you know, in your life. That's the way you present yourself. That's the kind of life that you live. You're very abundant, right? You're like very maternal. You're the mother figure, or you're the elder in the family, if you will. For a lot of you, you are playing that role, and you are very powerful in your own right. And with that power, especially when you are a figurehead for a family, and I mean like your whole extended family by that, there's a lot of things that come at you. There's a lot of things you have to manage, whether you want it or not. And it seems like here with temptations right there in the middle of your reading, I don't know if you're dealing with a Capricorn person, or if this is about, and I feel for a lot of you, it may have to do, it's either an issue that has to do with money, or money and love and partnership. But this is the Devil card, by the way, number 15 in the Good Tarot. It's called Temptation. But that's what we will see as the Devil card. But there is something here, though, that there was a lot of negativity attached to it. There's a lot of negative people, negative habits that was attached to a certain relationship, okay? And perhaps it was someone that was keeping secrets from you, okay? That had their own negative habits, some negative routine, something that they were perhaps even the way they deal with money, okay? They were not taking care of the household funds the way that they make it seems like they were. And here you are left, this is your reading, you are left completely looking for like what just happened here, and you just want to escape the whole situation. For some of you, really, you just want to leave behind, to turn your back to the whole thing. Let's see, let's get some clarification for you, Virgo. Let's get some clarification for you. Clarification on the Empress for Virgo. Clarification on the Empress for Virgo. I'm getting your energy here. You are the Empress here. And the High Priestess, that's what's facing your whole reading. I feel like for some of you, you are very psychic. And for some of you, you might have already known what was going on. Okay, yeah. This is something emotional. This is something that is of a sexual nature for some of you. Okay, we have the High Priestess, which is seen as a pregnant woman. And I've heard readers refer to her as, sometimes she could be the third party, the lover. I never see her like that. She's the partner of the Emperor. She rules with the Emperor. She is very abundant in her own right. She reigns over all the other queens. She's the wife, if anything else. Now, the high priestess, which is the secret, you know, secretive woman who has a lot of information, a lot of knowledge that perhaps people don't really see. She doesn't show all her hands. I'm more likely to see her as that secret woman, as the lover that, you know, that may be right there, that's your best friend that you don't know, that's actually carrying a whole relationship with your partner, right? So here having this is the man. I'm sorry, I showed it to you, I didn't talk about it yet. This is the man in the Lenormand, and on this deck, in this deck, they have two men. One of them is a very romantic man, with quite pensive and sitting fully clothed, fully clothed, with holding on to a rose, right? Thinking about perhaps a proposal that he's intending to give. And this man here, what we see, there's so much passion there. There's so much fire here, there, right? It's an ace of heart, but this is not an ace of heart of I'd like to take you home to meet the family. This is ace of heart here. I feel like let's go straight to the bedroom. Kind of that's the vibe that he's giving, right? So I feel somebody here was very tempted. I feel there's somebody here, especially if it's a serious relationship, that if it's a marriage, there was some kind of temptation. Someone took a bite out of the apple. They kind of like they couldn't resist. Somebody couldn't resist, whether it's you or the person, your partner here that you are with, that was playing Don Juan, going around in all this machismo and courting the ladies. Oh, you see. So this is look at this. This is, for me, this is such a contrast, right? This is the man and this is Doreen. Doreen talks about commitment and engagement, and this man is not giving me that vibe at all. This man is saying kind of like, yes, this is a committed relationship, this is a marriage, but this man have other intention. This is not like the family man we're seeing here. Okay, perhaps some of you thought that you were in a committed relationship, that this is your family man, and perhaps that person perhaps that person is the father of your kids, for those of you that are feminine looking at this. And then they had a whole other life. They were carrying on other threesome stuff on the side, okay? And that was being kept a secret to you. And perhaps some of you, intuitively, you felt something was off. You felt something was not right. You just were kind of like holding it all together. Look at the way she's sitting here, like keeping it close to chest, like what did I say, that saving face, right? Saving face for the community, saving face for your family and whatnot. Let's get some more on temptation. Clarification on temptation for Virgo. Clarification for Virgo. To be blunt about it, Virgo, I feel like for some of you, you're dealing with a cheater. You're in a committed relationship, perhaps you're in a marriage, you see? You're dealing with a cheater here. Someone was wearing a mask. This is number 40, and this is the card of the mask. In this Gilded Reverie, they have 8 additional cards, and this is one of them. And this is the mask, and you can see face forward there's a face, and on each side there's also another face. But this person's crown chakra is wide open, right? Someone is wearing a mask here. Okay, there's somebody where you felt like you were connected. It was a serious connection. You felt like it was a spiritual connection for some of you, and that person was like, which face were they showing you? It's like they were not even 2 faces. They had 3 faces going. Okay. One more on the on temptation, please. Clarification on temptation for Virgo. Oh, that was a whole stack. Clarification on temptation for Virgo. 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 And I feel like, Virgo, it's not even like it's like you never got angry about the whole thing. Oh, number 39. Someone rolled the dice. It was like someone rolled the dice here. It was to chance, right? It's going backwards from 40 to 39. Someone rolled the dice. That is leaving it up to chance, right? That is like gambling. And for some of you, let's say this was a matter not just someone was cheating, had an affair. I feel like someone might have been, for some of you, because we have a chest here full of gold coins on this on this card, not just a bite of the apple in the shape of a heart, but we have this chest of gold coins. Someone might have been seriously, and I picked up on that energy before, was gambling with the house of funds. Okay, someone here was wearing a mask. They were carrying on, having a good old time somewhere else, and trying to pretend that they have it all together. And for a lot of you, it would be, for a lot of you, this the message is for the feminine. It seems like it would be the male Virgo that was doing that. I'm sorry, not the male Virgo, to be the person, the male, the masculine energy in your life, Virgo, that was doing that, okay? Some clarification on the 5 of water. Clarification on the 5 of water for Virgo. Clarification on the 5 of water for Virgo. Okay, flew out. Disappointment. This is the card of the child, number 13. And we see the book is open. We see all those gemstones. There's a rainbow going. That's innocence. That's starting something new, right? That's playfulness. So it seems like for a lot of you, you were quite happy in your relationship as it was going, as it was. It seems like you were, this might have been your second, third trial. Okay, for some of you, it might have been a second marriage or a third marriage. It was like at least you've had previous serious relationship, if not marriage, right? And it seems like this person have taken the innocence out of you now. You've left feeling quite disappointment, and you are ready to turn your back to this whole thing, to start anew somewhere else. You're just ready to write a new chapter. Okay, one more on the 5 of water. Number 9, the clouds. You see, this is the clouds here, and this is oh no, I said number 9, the clouds. It's number 6, excuse me. Number 6, the clouds. And we see the darkness, and in the Lenormand, when we place the card down, wherever the dark clouds is, this is where the problems was. So the dark clouds was on this side here. The temptation, the cheating, the gambling, the negativity that was going on in your relationship, in a marriage, in a committed relationship here. That's the past, okay? You are moving on. You are moving towards brighter future here. This is number 41 at the bottom, the whales here. Let me show you this. So this is you turning your back to this, and you are looking, even the 5 of water here, she is looking to the future. She's looking towards east, towards the clouds, where the sun is piercing through, away from those dark clouds. So this is good for you, Virgo. You are moving on. You really, like, you're not gonna waste a lot of time into this about, should I give second chance, should I, like, whatever this was, whether it's because you already intuitively, you already had an idea stuff was going on, perhaps it's because it reminds you of a situation you've dealt with before, because of your own maturity or wisdom. You're not gonna waste a lot of time into this, okay? So this person has broken your trust, and once you decide to move forward, you're just going to move forward quite, like, it's gonna be fast for you. You're not gonna waste time with that. This is at the bottom of the deck for your woman's oracle card. It says, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And the card that came out for you is finances and careers. You see? So for a lot of you here, I feel like money was involved very much. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So whether you knew and you are keeping on because of finances, that person is a good provider, or part of this betrayal that came to you, part of the secrets that was being kept from you, it wasn't just that person was cheating, but that person was taken away from your household to give to another. That person was gambling with the household funds. That person was wearing a mask, or perhaps when they're out there in the world, in their other life, they were just, you know, playing like big shot and then doing big shot stuff and then taking away from you, okay? And because finances are a big factor here. Let's get some advice for you. This is the Mystical Shaman's Oracle deck. I love this deck so much. I have not been using it. I don't even know why. But here we go. Messages for Virgo, messages for Virgo, messages for Virgo. And I'm very sorry for those of you that this message resonates with, that you're going through something like that. But I'm also encouraged to see that you're not going to dwell too long on this. no matter how hurt you may be, because there's a lot of the Five of Water is emotional, deep emotional disappointment. I feel like you're gonna be moving on as well. And Luminous Warrior is at the bottom, number 32. Also a 5, and for me the 5 is also changing directions, okay? And here's number 52, the Stand Still. That's what came out for you. And I read those from the book because I just love this. This is the way, this is the book here. I love it so much. The messages are so poignant and to the point. And I'm gonna read a little bit of that for you, Virgo. I feel like you can use all the advice. Let me hold it here so you guys can see the whole picture. All right, and it says, the luminous warrior reminds you it is important to focus on your power, wisdom, and beauty. Do not be seduced by what seems wrong with you or with the world. Remember that intention follows attention. So focus on your positive traits. Feed your light with more light until you feel truly empowered. Then there will be little for action then there will be little need for action as you resolve all situations from within. Resolve all situations from within, okay? Because what you want to focus on is on your positive traits, not your mistakes, not your errors. So if some of you are the one who step out in your relationship, or was mishandling your money, was trying to play, not paying attention to your commitments, right? Neglecting your commitments, then you need to kind of almost like have some kind of introspect, some moment to reflect on where you've been and why you acted in that way. And how can you fix this going forward, okay? Because you have to fight for your light to stay in your high vibration. And here we have the card that came out for you. It stands still. When things seem to stall or stagnate, or when you feel stuck, this symbol appears as a reminder that constant action isn't going to get you where you want to go. Perhaps it's time to gather more information or just wait until the universe makes the next move. No matter what, this moment is a beautiful gift orchestrated in your favor. Enjoy it. Let the universe bring all the parts together for the highest good. Go and play, recharge, and take the focus of whatever has stalled. Life will get busy again for you sooner than you think. So this is about like stagnation here, okay? And to not and that sometimes when things don't play out the way we expected, sometimes it's the universe that's creating this event for us to take a moment to reflect on our journey, to reflect on ourselves. So I say you're gonna be moving quite steadily, and for some of you very fast, because the clouds move very fast, right? You look up and in the next 30 seconds they're gone, they're passing. So that storm here, it seems like it's not gonna last very long. That emotional disappointment, you're not gonna dwell in it very long. You're gonna be able to go down to that well of reserve that you have, reserve of well-being, reserve of positivity, reserve of in your faith, in your good traits, in order to bring yourself out of that disappointment, okay? But I feel like for a lot of you, the first step before you become that warrior that's gonna fight for your belief, fight for your new beginning even, you need to take a moment to stand still and to reflect, to introspect about what has happened, what was your part in it, and why did you see or not see the signs and the whole thing. I hope this gives you some clarity, Virgo. Please come back next week. Happy Thanksgiving for those of you that are celebrating, and thank you so much for your continued support. As always, remember, love is the only answer. Bye, Virgo.